my name is Terina Keller. I'm a freshman at Northeastern University. I'm a tort scholar, and my major that I'm going into is sociology.
Hello, Terina. Thank you for interviewing with me. And I would like you to please answer some questions about influences in your life. The major question that I would like to ask you is, since I believe that everything in our lives have influenced us and has helped us shape who we are and who we'll become, would you mind telling me how school and education has shaped your life and kind of has given you motives to continue on education?
Well, education has influenced me a lot. Where I'm from, a lot of people don't really go to college, and a lot of people barely graduate high school. And so I always knew from my mom and a lot of older people in my life that I really did need to go to college to really do anything. And I saw around my community what it didn't do, and to kids who did drop out of my high school. And it's influenced me to try to be a better person and learn more. And I do feel like I really am getting somewhere in life. And it really is just from going to school and getting that better grade, and also now getting my full ride scholarship. I've done a lot better and got out of Portland like a lot of other people didn't do. So that really made me feel good. And also just being in school, I've been to I think maybe 7 or 8 different schools in my life. And each one has been different. In kindergarten, I was the only minority in the whole school. And then I went to a very diverse school where it was all minorities and people from other countries. And then after that, I went to an all-black school, and then I went to another very diverse school. So I've seen a lot of different aspects of education and a lot of different schools. I've been to public schools and private schools. And so all of them have influenced me in different ways and made me to the person I am today, because I've learned different things from the different cultures I've been around in the schools, the different teachers in private schools compared to public schools. And I've just seen how the different aspects of life through education, and now I know what I want to do with my education, and yeah,
Thank you. Another question that I have for you is, since you said you have a lot of experiences with school, how do you feel about the education system? Do you think it's very restrictive, that the teachers want to impose on you their thoughts, or do you think that should change to be a more open and to learn from each other, like teacher and student and student and teacher?
I think well, going to a public school, it was a lot smaller classes, and I was with the same people in each class all day for a really long time. But I think now that when I went to a public school, I really started doing bad, and I think that the private school system, how it was with smaller classes and the same kids, I learned a lot more and I had a better connection with them. And I think that really improved, because I got the highest GPA I had in high school was actually my freshman year. And when I switched to public school, it went way down, because in public schools the teachers didn't really care if you were there or not. They didn't, the security guards, you could walk out the front doors and they wouldn't say anything. And the classes were a lot larger. They didn't have textbooks for us a lot of the time, so teachers had to make copies, and I think it was just a lot worse. And the counselors kind of sucked, but there's a lot. I think the public school that I went to had a lot to work on. It was one of the worst in Portland, but compared to the private school I went to, it was a bigger change, and it did make me go down in grades. And then I had to myself learn how to take up and take responsibility and go to school by myself without somebody telling me to, and things like that. So
that's impressive too, seeing everyone else not doing it and you stepping up and trying to do it. Do you think that the people in school has played a role in your influence, in your motives to go to school, and in which ways have they?
A lot. So I guess that kind of started my motives of going to school, and that kind of happened in middle school, because that's when my mom stopped watching me as much. And in middle school is when I switched to an all-black school, and before that I was my mom was like all education, you know, it's like you have to do this, you have to do that, you know. And then when she stopped watching me as much and I switched to that school, a lot of the kids started doing a lot of really like bad things, you know. Drugs started getting into the picture, and you know, sex and things like that. And so they started, you know, like that was a big influence, but I didn't do it, you know. But it was all around me to where it was kind of like everybody's trying to get you to do it. And I was kind of too scared. I was like the little shy one, like, no, I don't want to. But that made me kind of, because then it wasn't just that, it was also like going to parties, it was skipping school, and I would do things like that. So that influenced me a lot, being around them. And then again, I had to step out and kind of do my own thing, because I knew I wanted to still do. I didn't want to end up how I saw they ended up being, you know, after like a year or so. A lot of them started dropping out, a lot of them started, you know, selling drugs and doing a lot of bad things. We were still only in middle school, so I knew.
Wow.
Yeah, so I knew that it was like something I didn't want to do, you know. Plus, I was really scared to even do any of that.
I'm glad you were scared.
And like a lot of them went to jail and stuff, so I got scared. I was like, I don't want to go to jail, you know. And so that influenced me a lot. And then after that, I went to a school where everybody was about education, and then that changed me, because I was like, dang, you know, it's really good to be around people who actually like going to school, you know. And so that changed me a lot. And from then on, it kind of just, after going to that school, seeing both sides, I really liked actually doing something good with my life instead of bad. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So like you mentioned that you got a full scholarship here in Northeastern. How do you feel that you will contribute to others, to continue to influence others?
I want to do everything I can, really. My plan in life is to become rich and then spend all my money on other people, really. I don't really have plans to, like, I don't know, do things just for myself. That's why I want to major in sociology, really, is because I know it's about other people and not really about yourself. I don't know, I want to influence others who are like me to go to school and know that they can get a full-ride scholarship like I did and get their education. And I want to also help other people who have it harder, and even adults who have it harder, you know, because I know they did make mistakes in life. And I know people now who are like my age and really regret, you know, dropping out of high school and doing things like that. Now they're trying to go to community college, but they're really caught up in like their regular life, just trying to find jobs and can't, you know. And so I see how you can end up, and I was so happy I didn't end up that way, and I don't want others to end up that way, because I love where I am right now.
Exactly.
And yeah, so like, I don't know, when I get rich, which I will get rich one day.
You will. Just hard work.
Yeah. After hard work, a lot of years. But I want to like create organizations to help other people, and I also want to help people like all around America and around the country, because I really feel bad for people in, like, you know, rural countries who have it even worse than Americans do, because Americans have a lot of ways to like get out, you know, after they did make mistakes. But in other countries, they're born in really bad situations. And so I want to really just help as much as I can, however I can. And so I plan to start that like now. So
I'm glad. And I'll help you with that change. Well, thank you so much, Terina. And I thank you again for
No
like
problem.
accepting the interview.
Bye.
Thank you.